Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to something new. Today I'm going to play a round of FTL for your amusement. Now, the reason I'm doing this is lately, in the past year or so, I've had decreasing amounts of free time. I've done what I can to keep, my videos going and things like that. But I really just don't have the amount of time to sit down and get into an RPG or something and record videos for it every day. I usually save that for the weekends when I have like an entire day, because I have things that go into it other than just sitting down and recording. I, double check my notes and things like that. But anyway, so, to kind of combat this, I'm going to do something that I used to do and just kind of stop doing. If you look into like my miscellaneous playlist down on my screen, and not many people have watched those videos, but you'll see videos of stuff where, I would not have a lot of free time, so I would say, hey, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to play this short game, or I'm only going to play this game for a little bit, and things like that. And that's kind of what I'm going with here. I don't have the time that I want to do my main LP, so we're going to play FTL. Now, FTL is a semi-roguelike. I call it a semi-roguelike because while it shares some of the random elements of a roguelike, it does not share the trial and error elements of a roguelike. There is a little bit of trial and error, but in a standard roguelike, something like NetHack, you play it and you learn things. You learn that doing this action will result in this outcome. And a lot of times, due to the nature of these roguelikes and the fact that the dev teams on them will often think of just random esoteric crap that you would never think of and stuff, it will always have that outcome. And even though there is this random element to it, there are ways around it, so you can, spawn this monster to get this item and things like that. Just different little tricks. This game is almost entirely driven by, for lack of a better word, the random number god. You could come across the same event 5 times in a row, and it'll have 3 different choices of what you're supposed to do. And every single time, you could pick the same choice every single time, but you will not necessarily get the same result all 5 times in a row. What might be a success one time will be a disaster the next, resulting in the loss of crew or damage to your ship, or next time it'll be kind of a neutral effect. And that's just the kind of game this is. Not that I'm not saying it's not fun, it's just I was kind of disillusioned by that fact. When I basically played it a lot for a little while, then I came to realize that I was basically playing high-level craps, and kind of lost a little of my fascination with the game. Anyway, these are the ships in FTL. I only have 3 of the ships unlocked. You start with the Kestral. You get to Sector 5, I think it is. You unlock the engine cruiser. And this is the rock cruiser, which I unlocked without looking at a wiki or anything like that. I have absolutely no clue how to lock any of these other cruisers, and I don't think I will probably ever be able to do it because of the way this game is. But anyway, today we're going to go with the Kestral. I do not have the variant unlocked. I think it's called the Firetail. I do have the variant of the Taurus, the Vortex. And I actually really like the Taurus. I've gotten the furthest with the Taurus, came close. I have not actually beaten this game, but I have come the closest with the Taurus to defeating the final boss. The Bulwark I like in theory. It's just I can never keep enough missiles or find weapons to replace the missiles with when I'm out of missiles to get very far with it. So today we're going to go with the Kestral. It's kind of a mixed boat. It's got a missile launcher and a laser, and 3 humans. Just a quick overview of what the stuff does. This is the cockpit. If it's manned, you can jump. It also allows you to dodge. So you want to have this manned pretty much all the time. This is the door control room. It allows you to do this. Down here, there's also buttons that open all the doors, close all the doors. If you open all the twice, you open the outside doors and let all the air out. This is the surveillance. I think it's called surveillance. No, sensors. Sensors allow you to see the inside of your ship. If you upgrade it, you can see like life signatures on the other ship at the first level, and second level you can just see onto the enemy ship. This is your med bay. It allows you to heal your crew members that are in there. Higher levels allow faster healing. This is the shield room. Basically, your shields. Shields allow you to block hits. 1 hit from a laser weapon per shield hit point. You can have up to 4. Let's see, there is... If it's manned, your shields will actually regenerate faster. This is your weapon room. I'm going to turn my weapons on, by the way. Basically, it allows your weapons to charge. If it's manned, your weapons charge faster. This is your oxygen generation room. If that goes offline, you suffocate to death. Very important. This is your engine room. If your engine room goes offline, you can't jump. It also, if it's manned, I do think what it does is that your FTL drive not only charges faster, but your dodge rate goes up. Upgrading it increases your dodge chance while you're being piloted. So, let's go ahead. We don't want to go to that storage yet. Everything to purchase. By the way, this is scrap. It's the money of the game. You use it to purchase things from stores as well as upgrade your ship. The distress signal is coming from the small space station. There's satellite. Haywire. Now, this is what I'm talking about by the game being very random. If you leave them alone, doing nothing is always an option. You can do nothing, go on, and just not risk anything. Or I could try to destroy the defense systems from a distance. Now, this could have a really positive effect, a neutral effect, or a very, very bad effect. And I got the bad effect. Okay, so I took damage. Yay. Oh, yay, 2 stores. Look at that. Okay, nothing there. I'm gonna skip the store since I don't have any money. Ooh, an unidentified ship is badly damaged and still being assaulted by a space pirate. I'm gonna blow them up. We're the good guys, aren't we? So anyway, you can hit the space bar to pause, unpause. If you hold control and while you're selecting a weapon, it will auto-fire. So I want to do that. Now, you can hit this button right here to automatically set all of your weapons to auto-fire, but since I have a missile launcher, I actually don't want to do that. But I do want the burst laser to auto-fire. Let's see this. I'm going to go ahead and shoot at their shields. The Artemis missile launcher, I think, charges just a little teensy tiny bit faster. Yeah, they're not going to get away. Blown that up. Now, they're jumping away with their FTL drive. If an enemy is doing that, you can stop it by shooting at their engines. Okay, so destroy the ship and salvage it. They were rebels. So we don't need to. So now I got a little scrap, but I still don't really have enough to make going to a store worthwhile. That's a Zoltan ship. What does he have? It's a bomb launcher and a regular laser. This is a Zoltan shield. Zoltan shields have a HP bar on top of their normal regenerating 1 hit point. Basically, the difference between a Zoltan shield and a normal shield is that the Zoltan shield, while it's got HP in the bar, will block missiles. Normal shields do not block missiles. So I actually want to go ahead and do that. Gotta be real careful with these guys. They will very, very carefully eat your lunch if you're not. Well, they will very, very easily eat your lunch if you're not careful. Go ahead and shoot a missile at it, get some of its HP down. Oh, okay, it's an ion bomb. As long as that doesn't hit my shields, he can't kill me. Okay. Let's go ahead and shoot his shields. Shoot another missile at him, and you start going after the weapons. What ion weapons do is they don't actually. Ooh, 3 missiles. No, I'm gonna blow you up. We do not accept surrender. I got a little more. Ah, cool. That was actually a better deal, I think. I still got my missiles, and I got a little extra scrap. Let's go ahead and this distress signal. I usually have very bad luck at distress signals. Ooh, cool. Oh, cool. I got a rock. Rocks are pretty neat. Humans pretty much have no defining characteristics. They have average everything. Rocks have increased health, and they're immune to fire. They're pretty slow, though. So there is that. But I'm going to have you go down here. But the great thing about the rocks is they're pretty good at putting out fire. Let's see. And jump to the next area, and we'll go through the exit. Ooh. No, that's actually... No, wait. Do I want the fuel? Yeah, I'm gonna head by the fuel. Next sector. Alright, we want to go to a pirate control or mantis. Basically, the way this is the green sectors are low risk, red sectors are high risk. The nebulas are kind of unpredictable. Lots of stuff can happen in them. So, mantis or pirate? Mantis or pirate? Mantis or pirate? We'll go with the mantis. Feeling lucky today. Let's see. Stress speaking, it's not like I had a choice of where to jump anyway. Sure. A tiny bit of scrap. Where are they going? Up there. Alright. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. That can be dangerous. Ah. Yeah. Typically, I have bad luck, so... The other thing has a damn drone control. That's not good. Let's take out its weapons. He's got a bunch of weapons. Very well armed. Alright. And fire out. Close that. Put my air back in. Alright. We're pretty much safe at this point. I do need to visit a store and repair, though. Although, one of the achievements for the Kestral that you have to do to unlock the Firetail is to get down to 1 HP and then repair it all the way back up. I didn't get the data stores, which would have been handy, but scrapping missiles is not too bad. Let's see what he's got for sale. See, I could buy a drone control if I wanted. Drone controls are pretty useful. Basically, they give you another set of weapons. They use drone parts up here to deploy drones. Defense drones. There's different kinds of drones. There's beam drones, defense drones, and attack. There's two kinds of attack drones. A defense drone. Defense drones shoot down incoming missile. Anti-personnel drones fight people on your ship. So that's pretty nice. Cloaking allows you to cloak. Teleporters allow you to teleport to the other ship and fight the crew. Fairly handy if you have a lot of crew members, and if you like taking the ships in one piece, because you actually get more rewards for doing that. So I am actually doing fairly well resource-wise. I could have repaired if I wanted to, but I think I'm going to pass on that. Maybe I'll get lucky and get that achievement I was talking about. Okay, this is very annoying. This guy is... Let's see. If he jumps away, the rebel fleet that is chasing us, you've probably noticed it. It's that impending wall. If that catches us... shoot. Then we have to fight a really hard battle, so it's no reward. It's just a pain in the butt. I don't recommend you do it. Try to stay ahead of them. But if like a scout or something, jumps away, they tell them where you're at, and they jump way ahead. And that could be pretty bad for us, since I'm actually trying to do a quest at the moment. What is that? I think that's a beam drone. Beam weapons, they hit in a line, and if you stretch them over multiple rooms, they will do multiple points of damage. Fairly powerful and very, very nice. I am a big fan of the beam weapons in this game. Let's see. He's also got a missile launcher. Let's go ahead and take out the shields, and then we'll just concentrate on the weapons.